Yeah, so welcome to the Catalyst program information session. So Lucien and I are the directors in Nine Pillars. We probably know a few of you already that are on the call, and for those that we don't know, welcome. So what we'll do today is we're probably going to run this for about 30 minutes, and it's just a very quick presentation to explain about the program that we're about to launch. So it's a group program. Traditionally, what we've done is worked with clients one-on-one. So we run a business coaching, consulting, marketing consulting services. And traditionally, most of our clients have been larger businesses, and we generally work with them and their teams one-on-one. But what we've done is we've put together a program which we want to take you through to try to help a wider range of businesses. Okay, so I'll take you through this now. Now, most people are on mute, but if you can just put in your chat box that you can, just to confirm that you can see the presentation okay, and I'll get started. Okay, good. Thanks, Jenny and Emily. All right, so firstly, obviously, welcome. I know everyone's busy. It can be difficult to take time out of the day, so I really appreciate that. So what we're going to go through is take you through a business model and a program that's designed to really help you understand the building blocks of business and really help you learn how to develop your business in a systemized way, okay? And it also provides a lot of accountability and community support and a whole range of things to help you really learn about business, but also make sure that you're implementing, learning new things and putting those things into practice. All right, so just very quick intro. My name's Anil. I am one of the directors here at Nine Pillars. Lucien, who you may have seen before. I'm not sure, Lucien, if you've still got your video on.
No, I've turned it off, but that's okay.
That's fine. So we've got two main parts to our business. I'll give a quick introduction of myself first. I have an accounting background. Most of my experience has been in business management. So generally what I do is I help our clients who already have a fair bit of, are fairly busy and they're already growing, but they need help better managing that growth. So my focus is more about business systems, financial management, team development, leadership development, planning, and making sure that business systems are working. Lucien, do you want to give a quick introduction of yourself?
Yeah, so my role within Nine Pillars is to help our clients generate leads and generate sales. So I help them with all things marketing. So basically helping them develop the marketing strategy. And if they want, I can help them implement those strategies. We provide a number of services like online marketing, social media, to even helping them set up partnerships and things like that. So we don't just focus on online, but we work on what's the best strategy for our clients to basically generate leads. And I've worked in marketing for, I think, 17 years now. I think I should stop counting. But yeah, about 17 years in marketing.
Great. All right, excellent. So that's a bit about us. We came together about 2.5 years ago. We both ran our own separate consultancies, and we decided to join forces. Very complementary skills. I don't really focus a lot on marketing. I know enough about marketing, but I really, I've been working with Lucien and introducing him to clients that I have that need marketing support, and so that's why we decided to join forces. All right, so what we aim to do is we aim to double our clients' profitability and double their free time in the first 12 to 24 months that we work with them. Okay, so we can't guarantee that'll happen in every case, but we'll take you through some case studies of people that we've worked with. And also the models that we use and the way we go about things to help people achieve those sorts of results. All right, so before we get started on the program, what we might do is just cover off some of the key problems that we see in business, and you may these may relate to you or not, or people you know. So firstly, a lot of businesses just don't have enough customers, right? So that's really a combination of not getting enough leads in the door and not enough inquiries, but also probably not having the right processes in place to convert those leads into customers. Okay? Secondly, not enough profit. So it's frustrating when we see people who are very busy in their business, but they're just not making the money that they should be making. Okay, so And that could be a combination of the wrong pricing, trying to sell to the wrong people, just not having their business model and their margin management and everything else in place properly, or even it could be efficiency and productivity of their team. So it depends on the business, what sorts of things can cause profit leakage. So we work on businesses there as well. And lastly, this is a common problem for most of us, I think, not just in business, but this lack of direction, lack of time. I think people are quite time poor, it's things that we help people with to get them on top of their how they manage their time. So all of these problems can lead to this feeling where you're just stuck on this treadmill. You're not sure how to get out. You're going through the day-to-day, and things may be okay, but they're not quite where you want them to be. So where do we want people to be is, we want to help people get a good flow of customers, and that's obviously through good sales and marketing initiatives. Make sure they've got good, strong cash flow. A clear direction, they know exactly where they're going, and they've got a good plan to get there. And all of this all comes together to give our clients, hopefully, once they've been working with us for some time, this feeling of being relaxed and in control, right? So that's where we really want to get to. And there's been a lot of studies around, happiness, and happiness is really, closely linked to having this sense of control. So if you feel like you're in control of your days, of your weeks, of your direction and the direction of your business, then you're a lot happier in yourself. All right, so now this morning I sent everyone a workbook, PDF, and I asked everyone to fill out or print out that second sheet. Now, whether or not you have, that's not a problem. You can always just grab a blank piece of paper, and I'll just show you on the camera here. Now, that's the workbook that I sent through. And I've got this slide up because we want you to be honest with yourselves, about exactly where you are right now and where you want to be, what's working, what's not, what the challenges are that you might be facing. So that's what I want you to do now, is really to go to that second page of that worksheet, which you can see right there. And the top part of it asks, what's your current situation? All right, so I just want to give you 1 or 2 minutes to write down on a piece of paper, whether it's that worksheet or whether it's on a blank piece of paper, what you're currently earning out of the business at the moment. So that's a combination of both whatever your salary is, whatever your drawings are, whatever the profitability is of the business, how much you're currently earning, and also what are some words that spring to mind when you think about your business. There could be challenges that you're having. There could be good things that are working well in the business. There could be frustrations, areas that you need to work on. So I'll just give you a minute or so just to write down on a piece of paper some words that pop into your mind when you think about your business. Now, I'm not going to get you to share this. It's really just for yourself. So feel free to be honest and think about that. And if you do have this worksheet, you'll see that later on in the presentation, we'll be going through the other parts of it as well. Really to help get you clear on where you want your business to be and what are the things that might be holding you back. But let's just do the first part. Yes, as Suzanne's typed in there, welcome Suzanne. Sorry, as Lucienne's typed in there, welcome Suzanne as well. So, all right, so I might continue and hopefully you've got a few points down there for yourself to help describe where your business is at right now. Okay, so very quickly, I'd like to take you through the 9 pillars model, the business building and business success model that we use. And it's one reason why we are called 9 pillars, because there are 9 key areas that we work on with businesses. Okay, so now before I take you through these 9 areas very quickly, I'll just explain how we think about business. We always tell people there are 3 parts to every business. the first part is getting the work in the door. The second part is getting the work done, so getting the work done effectively and productively. And the last part is getting paid and getting organised, making sure the back office is all working. And our model is basically grouped into those three areas. So each column relates to one of those three areas. So if you can see the left-hand column there, that is all about getting work in the door, getting business in the door. So we focus on helping people define their strategy, exactly where they need to, where they're positioned in the market, what their competitors are doing, how they can do things differently to stand out in the market. Secondly is marketing, so actually having marketing strategies, marketing campaigns that generate leads. And thirdly, sales. So it's all about having the right sales processes in place, the right sales training, to make sure that you've got the best chance of converting those leads into customers. Now, the second column is all about getting the work done effectively and productively. And that's where we focus on making sure you're delivering consistently. So that's the first part. It's not about wowing your customers right now. It's more about just making sure that they're getting what they expect. So just the basics. Making sure you've got a good process to recruit people, to build that team, motivate them, manage them, making sure that that whole team management piece is working well. And lastly, systems. I think we've all heard of McDonald's as a great example of a business that has fantastic systems. And we always say that for a business to really grow and develop, you need great people, but you also need great systems. Okay, so it's all about making sure you've got the right, everything's documented in your business, that people know exactly what they need to do and how to follow specific processes. There are computerized and automated systems in place. Okay, so, and that all depends on how big the business is. Now, if you've got a small business, then we don't try to overdo it in that area. But as the business grows, you need more systems to make sure everything's working. Now, that last column is all about getting paid and getting organised. The first part there is having a good, clear direction, that you've got your strategy known, but you've now got a plan in place, and there's a way to actually communicate that and get everyone else on board and following that plan. Secondly, in that area is time. As I mentioned, time is a big challenge for a lot of people. We've got some fantastic tools that we use to help people better manage their weeks, better manage their days, delegate more effectively, and make sure they're using their time as effectively as possible. And lastly, financials. I'm an accountant by training, so numbers are very important. So we make sure we understand the business through its numbers and make sure you're tracking the key numbers in your business. Okay. So any questions on that before I move on? Feel free to, there should be a menu where you can click on chat and you can just enter in and chat on the screen. So, so let me know if that's all fine or whether you've got any questions. Looks like most people are fine with that. All right, so that's a bit about us and the sorts of challenges that we see businesses face and how we help them and the sort of model we use. So what I specifically want to talk about is the actual Catalyst program that we're launching. Okay, it's a group program. So as I said, it's different to how we've traditionally worked with clients. And that said, though, we did run a group program a couple of years ago, which was very successful. And we've basically refined that and we're relaunching that because people have been asking about other things that we can help them with. All right, so this is the crux of it. These bullet points, very quickly, it's basically for established businesses that want more sales, more profitability, and more control and free time. It combines strategy, education, accountability, and community into one program. And it's all about upskilling you. So it's a big part of it is education. And it may be for yourself, or it could be for some of your key managers in the business. Okay, so we've got quite a few of our one-on-one clients who are keen to put their managers through this program to help them develop themselves and learn more about business. So it is about helping you become a better business person, a business leader, and that will make your life easier. It's guaranteed to get you results. That's the way we've designed it, and I'll explain how that works. And it's a much lower cost option to our one-on-one services. So if we were working with one-on-one clients in the same way, working with them, a couple of times a month, meeting and giving them all that support, we generally would be charging them $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Okay, and we totally understand that not a lot of businesses can afford that sort of investment. So what we've done is we've designed this to be around about the $450 a month mark. Okay, so still not for startups. It's more for established businesses, and we don't really recommend any of our programs or any of our services unless we know that you're going to get a good return from that investment. Okay, so whether you're investing in equipment, whether you're investing in additional staff, or whether you're investing in advisors and getting this sort of help, you need to get a good return on your investment. All right, so we need to understand a bit about your financials, a bit about where you want to take the business before we recommend any of these services. All right, so but that's basically the ballpark and how the program's structured. Okay, so I'll take you through the main components of the program. And feel free, if you have any questions, just type something in, or even just unmute yourself and ask a question. Now, the first thing we do is we sit down with everyone one-on-one to really understand your business and to put a plan in place that's right for your business. Okay, so it's all about understanding the specific things that you need to work on, the key numbers that we need to start measuring in your business, and I'll explain that, and I'll show you the online portal that we use with our clients. But it's all about sitting down, understanding your business, and putting a plan in place. And we've got a questionnaire that we use as part of that process as well. All right, so on screen here is basically the one-page plan document that we use with all of our clients. We're big believers in doing the detailed strategy, but making sure the plan and that we're using to implement the strategy is simple. Okay, so this is a simple tool that we can use, and we update every 3 months to help people keep progressing and towards those long-term goals. All right, so that's the first step. The second and probably main component of the program is a monthly face-to-face workshop. All right, so what we do is we get everyone together once every month for about 2.5 to 3 hours. It'll be a morning session, and that's to really help you learn about different aspects of business. Okay, so the next slide will take you through all of the different components of the education that we provide. And so basically within the program, a key part of it is a course that we will take you through over 12 months to help you learn about business. All right, so this workshop is all about learning that information, having discussions around that, making sure that you've got the support and we're there to answer questions that you have about implementing these sorts of things into your business, but also to talk about your goals and keeping you accountable and on track with what you need to get done in the business. So as I said, a big part of that monthly workshop is education, and these are the main modules and topics that we'll be taking you through. So each month we'll be covering a different aspect. So the first one will be more around business planning, setting your vision, direction, and getting that right. Time management will be a big part of that first module as well. Then financial management will be a separate module on its own. So learning about your profit and loss, balance sheet, cash flow management. We'll do a lot of exercises to help you understand all of that. Now, I can see there's a few people who've joined us since we've started. So I'm recording this presentation, so we'll give you the link to that if you did want to see the start of it again. And I know a couple of people have to leave a little early, so you can always watch this, watch the end of it if you miss it as well. So financials is a very important part. I always tell people that numbers are the language of business. So you really need to understand your numbers, not just your profit and loss statements, but also the key numbers that drive your business. Okay, so you really need to understand those numbers to run a good business. Then Lucien in particular will educate us on marketing strategy. That's one whole module on that. Then more specifically about executing on that strategy and specific strategies, campaigns, how to target different channels and build campaigns in your business to generate leads. There's a whole module on sales. There's one on team building, which includes recruitment, managing the team, and so on. Another one on how to build business systems in your business. And then the last one is all about how to take the business to the next level and grow and expand. Okay, so all of those are covered each month. We cover a different topic, and over 12 months, you cover all of that information plus implementing that in your business and making sure you're not just learning, but you're actually doing. All right, so it's a very important part of the program. Okay, so in between those monthly workshops, we have a mid-month Q&A session, which is online. So you can attend from your work, your home, your car, wherever you are, easy to access to ask questions and get support during the month, either around the topics that we've covered or anything else that's happening in your business. Okay, could be to get feedback on some marketing campaigns that you're running or issues that you have with your team, whatever it might be. Okay, now I'll flick over to my browser in a minute, my internet browser, and take you through the tool that we use to help you stay accountable. Okay, so a big part of the program is making sure you're setting goals for yourself and that you've got KPIs in place. So let me just flick over to, okay, so you should be able to see this tool that's popped up. Did that screen change for everyone?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it did.
Yep, Lucien, can you see that that new screen?
Yeah, that's
yep.
perfect.
Okay, good. All right, so this is a tool that all of our clients have access to. It's our coaching and accountability portal. And what I'll do is just take you through an example for one of our clients. Now, Patrick runs a small consultancy up in Blue Mountains. He's an environmental planning consultant. And you can see here that there are goals. So all of our clients have access to this. You enter your goals into this. You write down exactly when you want to get those goals done. And we get told when you set goals, if you're overdue with your goals and if you need any help. Okay, so it notifies us during the month as goals are achieved or as goals, as the due date passes. So that's one tool. The other is, as part of that initial one-on-one session, we will set KPIs for your business, and every business will be a little bit different. Now, in this case, you can see Patrick's got a couple of KPIs. This bottom graph shows he has a target here of 120 billable hours each month. All right, so we've set that up for him, and every month this system will automatically remind him to enter his KPIs for the month. Okay, so your figures could be weekly, it could be monthly. We'll set all that up for you. Now, and where you fall below, this was January, and that's he had most of January off. So I've got a little note there. You can see it says January holidays. So it obviously tracks where he's fallen below and where he's overachieved on his targets. All right. So that's a tool that all of our clients and all of the group clients will have to help keep you on track and track the right numbers that are driving your business forward.
Yeah.
All right.
So just on that, I was going to say it's very easy for us to put plans in place, but it's putting that accountability around it and just keeping you on track. I think as business owners, and I used to fall in the trap of, I've got these great goals, but without having that little bit of accountability and a system like the system we use, it just keeps you on track, it follows you up when, if you haven't updated the system as well. So it's a really fantastic tool. We know our existing clients, one-on-one clients, are getting, they're getting some great results out of that.
Yeah, they love using it. They love going in and ticking things off. That gives them a sense of achievement, and also obviously to see those numbers and hopefully see those numbers grow over time. Okay, so the next part of the program is the quarterly growth day. So this is all built into the program. So every 3 months we get our clients together for a quarterly growth day, and that really is an opportunity for them to review their last quarter, find out what's working for other people. We encourage a lot of discussion, a lot of participation on those days. Now, there's a few people on this call here who have been to our quarterly growth days. I know Louise comes fairly regularly, and it's an opportunity to review, learn, but also reset your goals for the coming long-term goals, but specifically those next 3-month goals. All right. We also get guest speakers along to help train you on different areas. We get people who've built big businesses to come and share their story around how they built their business. So it's a really great way to step out of the business for half a day, review business, learn from other people, and go back a lot more motivated and a lot more focused. Okay, so that's another part of the program. That's all included. We also have a lot of tools and templates. We have an online system where you can just access those. That could be performance review forms, break-even calculations, marketing plans, so a whole range of things that you get access to.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of resources and kind of cheat sheets that you would have. And it's the ones we use, again, with our one-on-one clients, but you get access to all of these tools.
Yeah. And very importantly, we have it's about being part of a community of positive, proactive people. I think things rub off. So if you're around positive people that are doing things, it's not just learning from them, but it's also just soaking in that energy and that positive focus, and that's a big part of being successful. Learning from others, but also having that right mindset. So really keen on growing this community and helping more and more people. And lastly, we're happy to roll our sleeves up and help you get things done. Now, some of those services we provide where we help implement maybe services that we charge additional for. For example, we've got a team that develops websites, landing pages, can help you with your Google AdWords, social media, whole range of things. But there may be other things that you just need help with to get over a particular hump. And Lushan and I are happy to be on the phone and help you through those things as well. Okay. All right. So just very quickly as we wrap up, just some examples of people that you may know of if you're local to Penrith, but there's a few examples outside of that as well. Now, one business we worked with was One Agency, and we've worked with quite a few real estate agents, but One Agency in Penrith is one example where Andrew, who's on the left here, and his wife Vanessa, new to business, very experienced in real estate, but had never run a business before. So when they started, they got settled, they got things set up, and then they engaged with us fairly quickly because I'd known Andrew from previous roles. Actually bought my office through him a while back, and so we helped him really understand how to run a business, how to build a team, how to put the right systems in place, how to look at the numbers and financials, and over the couple of years that we worked with them, they really built a great team and obviously still growing. Another one, quite a large business in Penrith. They've got about close to 30 staff now. I've been working with QualCheck for over 4 years, and even though they're well systemised, they've got good processes in place, they still need to have that. They would still like to have that quarterly planning process to step out of the business. They come along to our quarterly growth days. They hear what other people are doing. They give them a chance to think about their business. And put a new plan in place. And then every month I meet with them and just to make sure they're kept on track and accountable towards putting that plan in place. Right. So even though you may have been in business for some time, you don't want to get complacent. And I think that's what they recognise. A lot of our clients that have been working with us for many years, they know they don't want to get complacent. They want to keep moving forwards. Now, some examples of some smaller clients. Matt is a specialist business broker that just deals in rent rolls. And Lushan did quite a bit of work with him. He actually was part of our group program previously, and we helped position him as an expert in his specific market. Lushan worked with him to help him develop his content writing, blogs, put a database in place and the right tools to be able to communicate to that database. And Lushan, you probably have a quick update of where Matt's business is now. But he's definitely.
Yeah, I mean, Matt has come a long way. I think one of the original things I guess it was a lack of confidence of being able to make it happen. And while he was in a niche, he just felt that he just wasn't confident enough to get himself out there. So we helped him do that with creating blogs and positioning him as an expert. I spoke to him last week, and he was telling me he's brought on a new person. His business, and he's been in business for about 4 years, and in the last 12 months, it's the best. He's in terms of income and revenue, it's the highest it's ever been, and it's just testament to some of the things we put in place. But also, one of the things we helped him with was to source us a system, a project management system, to help him with getting quotes out and tracking projects, and that's helped him significantly. So, it's just, again, providing some direction, some of those tools that they should be looking at. And, Matt's in a very, very good and fortunate place at the moment.
Yeah, and I think, he is one that has definitely more than doubled his business in the last couple of years. And so, it's just great to see, as Lucien said, people who may not, they're very good at what they do, but they may not have the confidence, or they just need to have others to bounce ideas off and keep them on track. Now he's in front of videos, he's doing all sorts of things, and it's good to see that he's come out in that way. Now, another one who I mentioned before is Patrick, who has a environmental planning business in the Blue Mountains. And a couple of things we did. We just helped him. I'm working with him one-on-one. He's one who was in our group program previously, and he's very keen to get back into the group program. And he, even though we're doing some great things one-on-one, he really enjoys that whole community environment, being able to catch up more regularly as well. So we helped him just manage his time better and track his time better, amongst other things. But one key area was his time. And within a couple of months, he'd increased his billable hours by 77%, just by having better systems in place to track his time and being more disciplined around that. So it's some great stories and great examples that that obviously make us feel good about the work we do. So just in summary, this is basically what the program covers. You get a personalised business plan with your goals, and we help you keep on track with that. Monthly workshop to get educated and share ideas and keep you on track as well. Mid-month online Q&A session. We set up your KPIs. We give you access to our portal to help you stay on track and accountable to the plan that we've set for you, or that we've set together. Business education is obviously a big part of it. The quarterly growth days I mentioned. Get access to those tools and templates, and obviously the other things that we've talked about. All right. So what I'd like you to do now is, with those sorts of things in mind, and without limiting yourself in terms of where you are right now, have a think about where you'd like to be in 2 or 3 years. All right. So once again, if you've got that worksheet, the bottom section is the part I'd like you to fill out now. Just spend a minute, have a think about, firstly, what you'd like to be earning out of your business in 2 or 3 years' time. And also, how would you like your business to look? So it could be things like number of staff. It could be types of customers that you're working with. It could be amount of time you've got off, holidays. We know that a lot of business owners don't take holidays or haven't taken holidays for a long, long time. So it's always good to see when we get clients at that stage where they go from no holidays to now having regular holidays. So just have a think about what you would like to achieve in your business in the next 2 or 3 years. Okay, just give you a quick minute there. And obviously, if you don't have that page printed off, just grab just write it on a clean sheet of paper. Now, once again, we're not going to ask you to share any of this, so not as yet anyway. Not this part. Next part will be interesting to see people's what people write down. All right, so So just do just a few bullet points there. We don't need too much detail, just to really get you thinking about things. All right, so the next thing I'd like you to do is this middle part on this worksheet. All right, so it's all about the roadblocks. What could potentially hold you back? So you know where you are now. You've written down some ideas of where you want to go. What are some things that could hold you back? What are some potential roadblocks? Okay, so just fill that out in the middle part of that worksheet or on a piece of paper. Just have a think about, what are some things that either have held you back in the past because you may have had some goals in the past that you haven't achieved. So there could have been things that have held you back in the past, or things that you need to get over, or that could hold you back going forwards. It might just be 1, 2, 3 things. And what I might get you to do, if anyone's completed that list, just to share some things that are on that list, just the roadblock side of things. Who'd like to share? Now, I know quite a few people are muted, but feel free, you can unmute yourself and share. Otherwise, I'll pick someone. And Jenny and Emily, feel free to just type in because you don't have a microphone, just feel free to type in your key roadblocks or potential roadblocks into your chat box. Okay, so Louise has shared with everyone confidence, accountability, and knowledge. Excellent.
Excellent. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm sure these are things that will come up, will be common for a few people.
Yeah, my main one, is time to implement things, basically.
Is that you, Les?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Welcome. How are you?
Good. Thanks. How are you?
Yeah, it's been a while. So it said time to implement things. Yep, Les, I think Les said time to implement things. Okay, all right, good. And time's probably something that, here we go, Suzanne's also said time, ditto. Budget as well, okay. Yeah.
That was the other thing.
Sorry, what was that?
The cost of expanding.
The cost of expanding. So, and that's a good point, because there's, as businesses grow, depending on the business, that's when you can start hitting cash flow challenges. If you're waiting for suppliers to pay you as you grow, that amount of money that's tied up with suppliers, when you've with customers, when you've invoiced your customers, you're waiting for them to pay you. As the business grows, those dollar figures grow as well. It could be, additional investment in equipment and machinery, or even investing in people before they start becoming productive. All of these things need to be considered, and that's why I said that knowing the numbers, being able to do some forecasting around cash flow is very important. An example of that is I was working with, a few of you may know the business Self Storage Plus up at Blaxland. Simon inherited the business off his father when his father died, and fantastic business, high occupancy of the self-storage units. He wanted to expand, but he lacked that confidence. And so what I helped him do was really just put together a forecast with different scenarios. I always tell people it's easy to make money on a spreadsheet, so you really need to be able to test those assumptions that you make and look at different scenarios where things may not be as good as you expect. But that process really helped him understand, wow, this is something that I can do. And he's gone and expanded his facility. He started other facilities in Springwood, in the Lower Blue Mountains. So it's that expansion phase is very important to be able to manage. So Jenny and Emily have also said, not being surrounded by a good team and lack of positivity. Yeah, very, very true. So it's something, when we work with clients, especially some of the larger clients that have a team, one of the first things we do is do a staff survey. Get the feedback from the team, get them involved in the process. Hopefully, well, definitely they have ideas that they know would work and that they would like to see happen in the business. Get them involved. Definitely don't promise that all of those things can be done, because that's not not practical. But it's about getting them involved and helping them see things changing. But what we find is that some of the people don't want to come along on the ride. Some people are positive, others aren't, and quite quickly through that process, and it happened quite just recently with a manufacturing client that we're working with. A couple of the staff decided they don't want to be part of this. The future. They could see that the business was starting to tighten things up, take team management more seriously, wanted to do things, wanted to change things. They didn't want to be part of that, so they basically resigned, which is a great solution, or great outcome. So definitely that can be a roadblock for a lot of people. So all right, thanks for sharing some of those. Right, so where to next? Now, we don't expect people to jump onto the program. What we'd like to do is invite people along to our next quarterly growth day. Now, if you are keen on joining the program, then definitely happy to have a chat to you about that. But some people may not know us, don't know exactly how we work. So we'd like you to come along to the next quarterly growth day. It's on Wednesday, the 28th of June, being held in Parramatta. And that way you can meet our other clients, you can get a better feel for, you can meet us face to face, you can get a better feel for what we do and how we work, and then we can talk about the program or whatever other service might be a fit for you. Okay, so really that's all we wanted to cover off today. Any questions before we wrap up? Everyone's good?
You can type it in chat if you like.
Yeah, type in the chat. When do you plan to start the program? Okay, so July is what we're planning on. Now, it does depend on, we need to obviously get the right number of people along. We probably need to get around about at least six people to get it started, and then we can grow it from there. So where is the meeting? That will depend on where most of the participants are going to be. It's either going to be in Parramatta or Penrith. How long does it go? So the program is month to month. We're not going to tie anyone into any long-term contracts. So you basically just pay month to month. And as long as you're getting value out of it, you're enjoying the program, then we just continue. And as I said, the program, all those topics that we're going to cover will take about 12 months. And that'll be interspersed with those quarterly growth days. So over 12 months, we'll basically cover all of those things. And each meeting will go for 2.5, 3 hours. So generally, we generally like to run things, say, from 9:30 till 12 or 12:30. So that allows people to get set up in the morning, get their team set up, or get the kids to school, because we work with a lot of husband and wife teams. So it helps you to get started in the morning, come along, avoid some of the traffic, and just spend just one morning each month, plus the Q&A sessions, which we can agree when those are online.
Yeah, the Q&A generally will go for about an hour.
Yeah, that'll be a shorter session.
Now, just one thing, we're actually in Queensland now, and
oh, are you, Les?
So it's probably not going to work that well for us. But I was just wondering, is there any other sort of things we can do, such as what we're doing today?
Yeah. So what we might do is, I might have a chat to you offline, Les, if that's okay.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
And there are. It's interesting. We at one stage we did run this online, and we found that people really enjoyed coming together face to face, meeting people, and having those conversations. But definitely, happy to have a chat to you about other, what else we might be able to do, and just to find out a bit more about where you might be and where your business might be at the moment, Les.
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
Enjoying the Queensland sunshine.
Oh, absolutely. It's nice. The sun's out here today.
Okay, very good. Suzanne said that she might be interested in that type of remote, some sort of remote program or catch up. Okay, good. All right, excellent. Any other questions? If not, we might wrap it up and just finally say thank you all for taking the time out and for being on the call. Really appreciate it.